Have you ever really wondered what's going on inside that little nest in your backyard? Well, every summer, there's this hidden, high-stakes drama that unfolds all around us. And today, we're going to get a bird's-eye view of the absolutely incredible world of wild bird parenting.
Summer isn't just about the heat waves and long days. For the natural world, it's a season of, intense vitality. It's the time when new life just bursts onto the scene, and the tireless, super crucial work of raising the next generation kicks into high gear.
And all that life means parent birds are, to put it mildly, unbelievably busy. So let's start by looking at the sheer, non-stop effort they put in during this make-or-break season. So how much work are we talking about? Okay, imagine this. You have to fly to the grocery store and back, not once, not twice, but hundreds of times, in a single day. That's the reality for a lot of these small parent birds feeding their hungry chicks. The effort is just staggering when you think about it. And the best part? You don't have to book a safari to see this. This incredible work ethic is on full display right in our own neighborhoods. Let's meet some of the hard workers you can probably spot just by looking out your door. Let's start with the humble sparrow. We see them all the time, right? But during nesting season, they turn into absolute workaholics. From the very first crack of dawn, they are on a relentless hunt for insects and seeds. They just do not stop. And then you've got the swallow, what I like to call the true architect of summer. They're famous for building those amazing mud nests under the eaves of our houses. Well, the parent swallows spend their days in what seems like endless flight, snatching insects right out of the air for their young. It's like this graceful aerial ballet, but with a life-or-death purpose.
What's so fascinating, though, is that every species has its own unique strategy. Just look at the variety here. Sparrows are up and at 'em from first light. The tiny great tit, it has a huge appetite for caterpillars, and the male, the one with that really distinct black tie, is known to be an especially hard worker. And then there's the Japanese white-eye, feeding its babies nectar. 3 different birds, 3 totally distinct masterclasses in parenting.
Okay, now let's step away from the city parks for a minute and head into the woods. In here, we meet a whole different cast of characters. Birds that are often more famous for their beautiful songs than for, actually being seen. The Japanese bush warbler is the perfect example. Its song is iconic, right? But the bird itself is famously shy. Summer gives us our best shot at actually seeing one. They get so focused on feeding their young down in the dense thickets that they kind of let their guard down, and that makes them a lot more visible. Another woodland singer to keep an ear out for is the Japanese robin. Now, these guys often nest really close to the ground, so you've got to keep your eyes on the forest floor. You might just spot a parent searching for worms and insects, and let me tell you, watching them rush back to the nest with a full beak, that's a truly special sight. And hey, it's not just about watching, it's about listening. The air is literally filled with this complex soundtrack. Is that a parent calling out to its chick, or is that the frantic sound of begging? Maybe a sharp cry warning of a predator, or even a soft little call of reassurance. Every single sound is a vital piece of communication. Being able to witness all this is an incredible privilege. And, with that privilege comes a responsibility. It's our job as observers to make sure we watch this drama unfold respectfully, and that we don't cause any harm. So, what are the golden rules? They're actually really simple. First, always keep a safe distance. Just our presence can cause a ton of stress, so let your binoculars do the heavy lifting. Second, and this one is absolutely non-negotiable, never, ever approach a nest. You could cause the parents to abandon their young. And third, if you happen to find a chick on the ground, your first instinct should just be to stop and observe. So let's talk about that. It's a situation a lot of us have faced, right? You see a tiny, helpless-looking chick just sitting on the ground. Your heart immediately goes out to it. So, what's the right thing to do? Our first impulse, our gut reaction, is to rush in and rescue it. But the correct action is actually the complete opposite. Step back and watch from a distance. In almost every single case, the parents are nearby. They are fully aware of what's going on, and they're just waiting for you, the big perceived threat, to leave so they can take care of their little fledgling. The only time you should ever step in is if the chick is visibly injured or in immediate danger, like say it's on a busy road. Even then, don't take it home with you. The best course of action is to contact a local wildlife rescue center. They're the experts. Okay, so we know how to watch respectfully, but can we go from being passive observers to active helpers? Oh, absolutely. Let's look at a few really simple ways we can support these hard-working parents. And let's be crystal clear, this isn't just a daily chore for them. For these parents, it is a life or death mission. They aren't just battling exhaustion to find food, they are constantly defending their nest from predators like crows and snakes. They are absolute heroes. So how can we lend a hand? It's surprisingly easy. A shallow dish of fresh water is a huge deal for drinking and bathing, especially in the summer heat. You can offer some high-energy food like sunflower seeds, but just in moderation, to supplement their natural diet. And crucially, support the protection of local green spaces. These parks and natural areas are the nurseries for all our avian neighbors. And that's really the main point of all this. You don't need to travel to some remote wilderness to witness one of nature's most compelling stories. It's happening right now, just outside your window, in the park down the street, in the trees overhead, and maybe even under the eaves of your own roof. So the next time you step outside, just take a second. Look and listen a little more closely than you usually do. The great drama of summer is already underway. What stories will you discover unfolding right in your own neighborhood?